We continue with the section where we're talking about appropriate techniques in conflict management, with our focus on useful steps to be taken when dealing with conflict. Here we're looking at specific personalities and strategies to deal with them. And we're going to kind of look at the various aspects of this. Let's look at the complainers. Characteristic to the complainers, people always talk about, these are the all talk, no action folks. They tend to feel helpless. They're usually not in a position to assume responsibility for themselves. And so the strategy in dealing with them, or rather the strategies that are there, is not to agree with the complainers. Otherwise they'll drag you down. Complainers love to ramble, so you have to be patient in listening to what they're rambling about. They avoid accusation you try and avoid accusation from complainers because they tend to emit a lot of accusations. State the facts without comments and apologies. So be rather direct because it helps with time. Focus on the problem-solving issue. Be prepared to go through repetitious complainers whining. Complainers love to whine and complain and not actually get to the point of resolving situations. You may have to deal with people that are indecisive. And in dealing with people that are indecisive, they tend to procrastinate the issue at hand. They delay making decisions until the decisions are actually made for them. And so they don't take responsibility for the decisions. And they seek perfection, which never is. So what's the strategy when dealing with people that are indecisive? So rather, bring the issue out in the open. Be direct. Help solve the problem. Alternatives in rank of importance. If you're going to provide alternatives, let them be rank of importance. Emphasize importance of quality and service. Be observant for anything that hinders them from making a decision. So they're going to try and evade making decision. And so there's quite a difficult task in dealing with them. And so the next one, we talk about the super agreeable. Reasonable, sincere, and supportive in your presence. So it looks all hunky-dory when you're talking to them, they're yes, 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 and they're agreeing. But unfortunately, talk is cheap. When it comes to the follow-through, no follow-through to what they say. In actual fact, they act contrary to what they have led you to expect. So what's the strategy in dealing with these? Honesty must be non-threatening when you're dealing with them. They're afraid you may not want to hear the truth, and so they jump on the bandwagon and they're not objective in communicating with you. You've got to mean what you say. You've got to prepare to compromise so both you and them are in a win-win situation. Listen to their humor, because the humor tends to give you a hint in that that's how they hide the truth. Usually they embellish the truth with humor. Then you got the negatives. Negatives. The negativists usually are objective to everything. They have little faith in what you propose. They deflate any optimism you might have. The negativists can be challenging. Now, so here's the strategy. Avoid getting drawn into their attitude. State your realistic optimism. Do not agree with them. Do not hurry to propose solutions. Be prepared to take on projects with the support of others if you can't change their negative attitudes. Then you have the know-it-all experts. Can be very frustrating dealing with them because they believe and want you to believe that they know all there is to know about anything worth knowing. It can be condescending and imposing, and they turn out imposing and very pompous. They will try and make you feel inferior. What's the strategy in dealing with these guys or these people? Well, do your homework on the subject that is hand that you're talking about, so you know what's true, and you can decipher what's true, what's facts, or what's really true or not true. Listen to and acknowledge what they say. Question assertively, not passively or aggressively. Do not confront. They hate being wrong. Avoid being a counter-expert. Let them be the expert they think they are. Then you have the silent but unresponsive people. They answer every question and every plea for help with a yes, a no, or a grunt, and sometimes with an I don't know. Strategy. Ask open-ended questions so that they can explain and elaborate. It puts a little bit of pressure for them so that you're not getting just one-word answers. Use friendly, silent stares. Pause for long periods, inviting them to fill the void. Comment on what is happening in the discussion. Recycle the conversation if necessary. Break tension by helping them say what they are thinking. Set time limits on the length of the discussion so that you remain objective. Then you have the hostile, aggressive type. They try to bully and overwhelm you by bombarding you. They make cutting remarks, throw tantrums when they do not get their way. They are convinced theirs is the only way. So it's either, to them, it's my way or the highway. What's the strategies when dealing with them? Stand up for yourself without being threatening. Give them time to run down. Get their attention, but do not startle them. Have them sit down. This will make them less aggressive. Speak from your point of view. Don't attack them. Avoid a head-on fight. Be friendly.